SBRForum's Inside the Lines is brought to you by Ladbrokes.
We are previewing the College Bowls here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe, thanks so much for doing all these bowl previews with us.
Thank you for having me on. I live and breathe sports, and I especially love the bowl season, so I'm glad I get to talk to and have some people that get to watch it. Some great exposure here at SBRForum.
Absolutely. Well, you've given us great previews all year long. You've had a great career in the sports betting and sports handicapping industry. Tell us a little bit about why you've been so successful for so long.
I've actually gone with the changes. I've always been one step ahead of technology, using computer technology. Those people who buy my picks, you see in the analysis that we use that. And really, if anything, lately we've gone more back towards our old-fashioned techniques and not letting some great computer statistics override our old traditional time-tested stuff. But yeah, I've been in this business a long time, going back to the score phone days, and now I'm at OffshoreInsiders.com, where I plan to be for the next 40 years until the guy upstairs says it's my turn to visit him.
All right. Well, thanks for doing all these videos. And I will say that my favorite cappers that I follow over the years, it's always their analysis that I like way more than any of their picks on any particular game. And that is definitely the case with you. So thanks for doing all these calls with us. And right now we're going to talk about the Heart of Dallas Bowl, which is Purdue and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, of course, huge offense, big passing game, 16.5-point favorite. The total is only 70, though. Both these teams were over trenders on the year, so I'm thinking this might be another candidate for an over. You know, I mean, the total 70 it's high, but it's not really in the stratosphere.
No, and as we said before, that as a general rule of thumb, that high totals during the bowl season do go over the total. So I would agree with you there. I actually like the side a little bit more. Oklahoma State. Now, this is a post-New Year's Day game. And one of the great things about computers is you can have theories and you can spout them off, but a lot of these systems you can look up in computers to see how they do. Now, post-New Year's Bowl favorites of 12 or more are 10-5 ATS, 15-0 straight up. So it says those people who like to bet the big money line, not much of a chance you're going to lose here. Also, as we've discussed in some of our other videos, I very much take into consideration if a team has a home field advantage, or in this case, a regional advantage.
Right,
Purdue's going to travel 760 miles to this game, where it's only 231 miles from Oklahoma State. This is a big myth-buster bowl. I alluded to in another one of our videos that one of the single biggest myths, people like to bet teams that end the season on a high note or go against teams that struggled at the end of the year, but in reality, the long layoff is going to hurt the teams that are peaking at the end of the year, and it's going to help teams that are struggling a little bit. Now, Oklahoma State did lose their last 2 games of the year. Purdue played some of their best football at the end of the year, where they won their last 3 straight up, but they're going to be hurt by the fact they haven't even played a game since November the 24th. Also, Purdue is a team that has an adequate offense. They average only 5.5 yards per play. The teams that normally get 5.5. Now, handicapping in short can be summed up as trying to find the overvalued team against the undervalued teams. Now, it's not quite that simple. And we talked before how we use our performance gap analysis, where we use different statistics to see which teams are better than the record shows and which teams aren't quite as good as the record shows. Another one of those public sites that we like to use, Football Outsiders, a great site. Anybody who does their own handicapping, fantastic site. It is to college and NFL what Ken Palm is to college basketball, and to what the guy on ESPN, John Hollinger, is to the NBA, where they have some efficiency statistics. Now, you can visit their site to have them explain more in depth the statistics that they use, but they agree with us that based on the key metrics they use, that Oklahoma State has been one of the most unfortunate teams this year. They're much better than their straight-up record says. I agree 100%. So despite the pretty big line here, I'm going to have to go with the favorite and say it's going to be a blowout here in favor of Oklahoma State.
Wow. Joe Duffy likes Oklahoma State, -16.5. Great analysis, Joe, and I think I'm agreeing with you. Thanks.